And a big thank you to Craig Charles there. Excellent stuff. Well worth thinking about. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And this evening, I think it's time to talk about the fact that so much comedy is dominated by smutty innuendo. You can't seem to utter any sentence at all without it having some puerile sexual double meaning. You know, all the time you're hearing it the same, two Ronnies, etc. I mean, I could do it tonight. I could comment on the show, since somebody ought to, I suppose. I could say it's a great show tonight. We had a lot of excellent acts, and my part's fantastic. Now, I could say that, but I'm not going to, because there's a couple of woolies at the back going, oh, hear that, my part's fantastic, hear that, bit of a double meaning there, my part, know what I mean, know what I mean. Hey, you see, because it's got two meanings. The word part could mean my bit of the show, or it could mean my dick. You see, it's got two meanings, and one of them's rude, which makes it potentially hilarious to the British public, you see. Now, that's called a double entendre. A double entendre, which is French for bloody stupid joke, right? And we love them in Britain. We can't get enough. Ben Elton, two Ronnies, Saturday Live. You can make them out of anything. Any old word, it doesn't matter. I'll do one now. A live impro double entendre. I see there's a bloke over there leaning wearily against our trendy scaffolding. I say, you're looking a bit droopy, mate, gripping that pole, eh? Know what I mean? Double entendre, you see. Now, don't go looking for him, that cameras. He doesn't exist. I made it up. He's not leaning against the scaffolding. He's got it out, actually. Dear, oh dear, you should get yourself an agent, mate. Don't sit there handling yourself. Dear, oh dear. Playing with himself in my act, you know. No, don't clap. I've only got 5 minutes and it's an old gag anyway. I feel really bad about that one. Playing with himself in my act. I mean, either I'm being very boring or very sexy. One or the other. Yeah, Ben's sexy. Pigs might fly. Actually, that's a thought, isn't it? Supposing they could, eh? Just one more way of dumping on your head, eh? Oh, having a go at the police. Not too sure. Bit of a deathly silence on that one. Not too sure. Quite a lot of Liberal students in tonight thinking, well, it's all right having a go at Mrs Thatcher, but don't knock the British bobbies. All right. They do a blooming good job and they can't answer back. Fair enough. No, I understand the paranoias. And if you don't like the police, next time you get beaten up, call a stand-up comedian. I understand, you know. But double entendres are all right, except the language has been debased. Perfectly normal words, you can't use them anymore. The language of Shakespeare has become the language of the double entendre. Mind you, old Shakespeare couldn't write a gag to save his life, you know. Despite what your English teacher used to say, it's funny, Ben, if you understand the context, you know. Do me a favour. Privy uncle, but what about your sack butt? I mean, who's he working for? Little and large, you know. Oh, yeah, having a go at Shakespeare, a live show, and we're taking a piss out of a 16th century playwright. That's dangerous stuff, isn't it, eh? The government must be really, really worried now. Little and large, eh? Little and large, I love them. That's one of the few words that isn't a double entendre, because it means what it says. Little and large, you see, because one of them is little and one of them is large. It's a great name, isn't it, because it describes the act. They could have chosen something else, like bloody and terrible, or utter and crap, you know, but... Mind you, I should laugh. You know, if I was half as funny, I'd be making a lot of money, wouldn't I? But there you are. No, but the BBC, do you know that thing with when you pay your taxes? It's all going to link up in a minute. When you pay your taxes, I know, it's a little bit of a surreal trick we got here. We've got leotard on underneath. I'm going to do it in mime, all right? OK. Yeah, let's sing one up and sing Bob Dylan poems, OK? All the young ones fans thinking, who's Bob Dylan, for God's sake? But anyway, where was I? You know, when you send off your taxes, if you're a right-on person, you tend to say, you write a letter saying, I don't want this money to go to nuclear arms, which I agree with, and that's fair enough. But when I send off my BBC licence money, I say, with a little note, I don't want this money to go to pay Sid Little's wages, you see. Just fair enough, you know, because, you know, you must pay your licence, because if you don't, a great big trawling net comes and scoops you up and dumps you in the audience for Little and Large. Or worse, Saturday Live, and then you'd be really bored out of your mind, wouldn't you? There you go. Oh, yeah, having a go at myself, that shows how socialist I am, all right. Right, but the BBC is a bargain, and they do good work, and they like to tell us, don't they, just with those new adverts, the BBC, we're bloody brilliant. And then there's John Cleese in the pub, you know, doing a sketch he's nicked off Life of Brian, you know. And you see it all, you know. What does the BBC give us apart from comedy and drama? And David Attenborough says, oh, natural history, and that Wally in the toilet says alternative comedy. I don't know what that means. You notice there's no documentary filmmakers saying, yeah, and they give us a lot of documentaries about life in Northern Ireland. I don't know. And why? Because the Home Secretary bans them, eh? The BBC. Yeah, EastEnders is getting 20 million, so who cares about integrity, eh? Mind you, I shouldn't not, because this place is no better with the news on ITV. Sir Alistair, what about the scummy unions, Burnett, eh? I mean, fancy knighting a newsreader. What's that about? It's knighting a newsreader, getting a knighthood for being able to read. Mind you, the way the the education cuts are going at the moment. That's not so stupid, is it, eh? Hey, Steve Joseph, there's someone over here can read. Blimey, knight him. Mind you, what's the name of this school? We'll cut their grant, because if anyone can read, we're giving them too much money, aren't we, eh? I mean, knighting a newsreader, that's like knighting a bloke who sells instant noodles, isn't it? That's what it's like, you know, we've repackaged them, messed them about, reconstituted them, presented them exactly as we think, and we're still trying to pretend they're noodles, eh? Yeah, there you go. Sir Alistair Burnet, knighted by the Conservatives, for services to what, I wonder? Which leads me back to double entendres. Get away from the politics just a little bit, because you can have political double entendres, like the word trade union. Two meanings. In Poland, with Lech Walesa and Solidarity, it's a freedom-loving patriot. But in England, in Wapping, it's a copper-bashing lefty, you see? Obviously. Oh, yeah, OK, power to the people. Obviously, all the people down in Wapping at this moment, as we speak, on the picket lines, ought to say to themselves, it's all right, Rupert, don't bash us, we're Polish, we come from Warsaw, you see? You see, there's Rupert Murdoch, he's got a double entendre. He says it's all about law and order, and that's a double entendre for I'm a vicious multi-millionaire hypocrite who doesn't mind if the workers starve to death. But there you go, all right. Bit of politics, back to the sex, that's what you like. No, there's only a short time left. Let's talk about sex, OK, because some of the words you can't use anymore are ridiculous. Words that have been debased, words you simply cannot use, like melons. Melons has become a humorous word. I'd like a couple of big juicy melons, please, mate. I'm sure you would, mate. Hey, know what I mean? Couple of melons, know what I mean? Know what I mean? Couple of melons. Having. I shall be having the guests in the kitchen. I'm sure you will, mate. Know what I mean? Having a guest. Penis. Oh, no, that's not one, is it? Sorry. Come. Come is a great word. It means motivate towards. It's a brilliant word. Only word in the English language that means motivate towards. Great word. We've got lots of words for the other thing, haven't we? But we're still going to make a double entendre, haven't we? Come over here. I'm not sure I will if you put it that way. Come in quickly. No, it's just the way I walk. Stupid. We've got lots of words for the other thing. Mayonnaise. Drippy splat. Cream. Creaming your coffee, mate? Well, I was thinking of drinking it, actually. Double entendres, I'm a hypocrite. I love them as long as they're not sexist. Good night, everybody.